Hey guys, Zelonius here. How are you all doing today? We're doing something a little bit different on the channel. Normally this channel's dedicated to FIFA, but as someone who loves video games, loves consoles, like I'm sure most of you watching this video are the same, I'm very hyped. I'm very excited for the new consoles that we've got coming out. The Xbox reveal we had a few weeks ago. I was watching the PlayStation reveal last night and I enjoyed it. So I wanted to do a little review of the reveal, look at a lot of the games that Sony have told us are coming to the console. Some are exclusive, some are not. I don't think they've given us all the details on that. And then also look into the console, which a lot of people on Twitter I seen last night were saying looks like a router. I can see it. I actually quite like the effects of the console itself, how the controller looks. We're going to start off mostly looking at the games that Sony revealed last night, and then we'll round the video off looking at the aesthetics of the console that we've got before us, saying what my opinion is. It might disagree with some of you guys. I've seen quite contrasting views over on Twitter, but we're going to have a look at that, and then we'll talk about what they told us in the reveal, what information we've got, and then some rumours, some of the things that they didn't tell us, and just a bit of general hype for the PlayStation 5. For the last, I think I've owned every single PlayStation actually. Yeah, I've owned a PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4. I like that they've kept the consistency in the naming. The only Xbox that I've ever owned is the Xbox One. But now that's my job to play both consoles. Well, to play video games for a living. I own both consoles. But I'm really hyped. So let's get into the video and look at some of the games that Sony showcased to us. Spider-Man Miles Morales is a game that seemed to generate a lot of hype last night, and for the right reasons. The PS4, one of the most popular games of the whole console, I'd say, was the exclusive Spider-Man game. Spider-Man being one of the most popular superheroes, if not the most popular. I mean, the graphics, the aesthetics on this game here look pretty cool. So that in itself was something that to get hyped about, showing the power of the PS5. This was captured on the PS5. I don't feel we learned a lot about the game, but at the same time I'm not sure we needed to learn a lot, because we already know how a Spider-Man game plays. My housemate, my best friend, my brother, they all said that this game alone got them hyped for the PS5, and they was like, just take my wallet now, so they want the PS5. And Twitter seemed to be saying the same last night. The game looks pretty hyped. It's a game that I'll probably be getting for sure. It'll probably be offered as a launch title, as a package deal with a lot of the PS5s that sell. Coming holiday 2020, it said, so it should come with the launch of the PS4. Launch exclusives make or break the start of a console. And the start, I'm sure Sony and Microsoft will agree, makes a big difference. If you can get off to a good start, get some good press, it'll make a big difference. This and Horizon Zero Dawn Forbidden West look like the two marquee titles. They started the reveal with this, they finished with Horizon Zero Dawn later on. Those games for me were two of the best reveals they had. I don't think we saw a lot there, but like I said, it's Spider-Man. Just showing Spider-Man in the suit was enough. That game looks amazing. I'm excited for that one. For me, this next game is one that I'm quite looking forward to. Gran Turismo 3, I think, is one of my favourite racing games of all time. I think that was a launch title on the PlayStation 2. This game looks pretty cool graphically, of course. Driving games are a little bit Marmite. You either like them or you don't. The graphics on driving games always are absolutely crazy. And Gran Turismo 7, I think this is, on the new PlayStation 5, obviously looks amazing, impressive, insane. I'm not sure how superlatives I could give, but it looks cool. A game like this though, it all depends on the modes. We've not really got much more info, it just showed off the PS5 graphics. For me though, this is a game that if it gets a good review and has some cool modes on it, good online, I will definitely be getting. I mean, like I say, visually it's stunning, but you expect this from a driving game. Gran Turismo, a staple of the PlayStation series. This game is one that I'm pretty hyped for. Ratchet and Clank, I think it's called A Rift Apart. One of the things I want you to really look out for in this trailer that Sony showed us is what the new consoles are going to be able to do, the power of them. And this game, I think more than any other, really did show it. One of the big new upgrades on the new consoles this generation is SSDs. For the people who don't know what that means, is solid state drive. Instead of hard drives that the old consoles have, the new ones have solid state drives. That basically means way faster loading times. On old games, to go to a new map, it would maybe take half a minute to load. But what Sony wanted to show us here, and you can see there, is how you could instantly go for a rift and just jump into a new map out of nowhere. This would not have been possible on one of the old consoles. So that, for me, could drastically change gaming and the way game developers are going to be able to make games for us. But not only that, the game just looks cool itself. Ratchet and Clank is one of the coolest, in my opinion, franchises that Sony have, and is a game that I'll definitely play. And I think it's not just a game for kids, adults like it as well. So I'm really excited to see that they've delivered us a new Ratchet and Clank. The trailer they showed for it showed some really cool gameplay. One of my best gaming memories was playing the first one. It was a cool game with lots of new systems. I'm really excited for this Ratchet and Clank. And this, for me, was a good one to see. And it showed off what the new consoles can do. Which for me, if this reveal hadn't done this, it would have been a little bit disappointing. Okay, this game here, I think, was called Returnal. It looks a bit like a game version of Alien. That was the impression I got. Kind of a horror survival game. I don't really know what to make of this one. We'll watch a little bit of the trailer and see what you guys think. Like all the games, visually stunning. That's kind of a consistent theme. Even the PS4 was like that. But the PS5 is going to take gaming to the next level when it comes to graphics. Let's watch a bit of the trailer. I don't feel we learn a lot about this game, but if you're into space survival games, I feel like this game looks pretty cool, shows off a lot of different visuals. I've left out quite a few games that we saw in the trailers, in the reveal itself, because there were so many different games. If there's any you feel I've left out, I apologise, but I didn't want to make the video a 2-hour long review. But this was a game that I thought was worthy of a review. Looked decent, but we don't really know too much yet about it. But it looks like it's going to be a pretty cool game, and yeah, I don't know, the combat looks pretty sick. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'll get this, but it looks cool. I'll be honest, this is not a game that I care about at all, but I think it was either the PS3 or PS4, I forget. LittleBigPlanet was one of the big hits, one of the exclusive launch titles that actually did really well for Sony, and a lot of people loved. These just aren't games that I care that much about. One of my friends actually worked on this game, so that's pretty cool, and I'm happy for him to be able to get a launch title. Sackboy is back though. This type of game, it's good to see. It will appeal to a lot of people. It's nice to see another exclusive, a bit of a blast from the past that would be popular. Yeah, not a game I'm bothered about, but it's good to see a variety of games that are going to be coming with the launch of the title. Okay, this game here, not many people who are new to gaming are going to remember this one. This is a game that is a blast from the past, all the way from PS1. Abe's Odyssey, a game from nearly 20 years ago. It might even be longer now. I wasn't sure they'd ever make a sequel to this, but this is a pretty cool game that to see. I'd heard about this coming out. I wasn't sure it was ever going to happen though. It's been a long time since the last one. It's basically Abe, who is a factory worker. His species are getting wiped out by the rich industrial overlords. It's cool to see them do it again like that. I'm not sure how well it'll do now, but it was a pretty popular game back at the time that's got quite a cult following. Okay, this was a game here that I fell in love with the trailer. This was probably my favourite looking game on the actual reveal. I think it's called Godstrike, but it looks pretty cool. It's got some pretty interesting looking combat. The way they showed, I think this was a game that really showcased some cool combat features. It kind of looks a bit like Assassin's Creed God of War style combat. Obviously,
Yeah,
we don't really know what it's going to look like when it comes to the actual game itself. But I'm sold already. I don't know when it's coming out exactly, but yeah. Godstrike, I think it was called. The combat looks amazing. The trailer made it look really good. I can't remember who developed this game, but yeah, I will definitely give this game a try when it comes out. Exciting game to see. Again, they've shown a great variety. That was one of the things I think the reveal did really well. Showed a whole different host of games. No, it's not Godstrike, it's Godfall. Okay. I knew I'd end up getting it wrong. But yeah, Godfall looks pretty sick. Okay, Gearbox Publishing, yeah, I've heard of them. That's a game that I definitely think I'll go for. Okay, this one was quite a mysterious one. I didn't really figure out what this game was for a while. A few games were like that, but this one more than others. Hitman 3. I've never played a Hitman game. I know the Hitman series is a pretty popular one. This game's not coming out till, I think, 21. But it's a game that some people have been pretty excited to see. Again, showed off the console, how it looks pretty well. Hitman, very popular series. Anyone who knows gaming recognises that face straight away. Not a game that I'll probably go for, but good to see another popular series back on the PlayStation. Okay, here, a very quick one. It's a game we already knew would come to the PS5 anyway. We've got Zion Williamson from the New Orleans Pelicans, showing some pretty insane graphics on the new NBA 2K game. I'll probably end up getting this. I played the latest 2K game quite recently, enjoyed. Look at that sweat, that is ultra realistic, man. I mean, Zion looks business there, he means it. Yeah, we already knew this game would be coming, but looked pretty cool. Fair enough. Okay, this was a game that I remember watching the stream, and the comments were going crazy saying, is it a Demon Soul remaster? Demon Souls, I've not played it, but I know the legacy. It is an incredibly popular game. A lot of people have talked about this game for years, a remake of it coming out. PlayStation have confirmed it's coming. That'll be pretty insane on the new console. Demon Souls, I like even there how they revealed it slowly, just to tease it a bit more. But that'll be a popular game. That's going to be very popular. That one, maybe I'll give it a try this time. One of the finest games on the PS4, and a game that I really enjoyed, was Horizon Zero Dawn. A lot of people were hoping there would be a sequel to that game. It was fairly, in my opinion, obvious that Sony, I don't know if it's a Sony published game exactly. I know it's obviously an exclusive title. It was pretty obvious in my opinion they'd left it in place for a sequel. But Sony, they've been in the business a long time. They know how to do a reveal. They left, I think this was the last game of the reveal, they left one of the best, if not the best, till last. This wasn't a game that I don't think before this was confirmed it was coming so soon. But Horizon Zero Dawn 2, shown some underground stuff, that's pretty cool in itself. San Francisco. The original Horizon Zero Dawn was a great game. I'm excited for this game. I think a lot of people will. I think the two games that stood out for me the most, and most people and the general feedback I've seen on the internet, were Horizon Zero Dawn 2 and Spiderman 2. Sequels to two very popular franchises. I think these games, launching with the title, are going to do really well. And Sony, they pulled out some big guns with these ones. A console needs launch titles, and this Horizon Zero Dawn 2 really does look pretty special. I'm excited for that. A game I'll definitely try. The first one was a really cool concept and a very good game, and this trailer, it doesn't really show any proper gameplay, does it? But it's a game that 100% I think is going to be pretty cool, and I will definitely be trying it out. Will they? Won't they? That was the big question. Are they going to show the new console? The general consensus I felt was most people seemed to think that they wasn't going to show the console yet. I thought they would. After Microsoft showed theirs, I thought they would be revealing it. For me, like I said earlier on at the start of the video, I love this design. It's going to be a big debate, and it's going to last the life cycle of both the consoles. Does the Xbox Series X look better? Does the PS5 look better? For me, I haven't seen it in person yet, but from what I've seen now, I prefer the look of the PS5. I prefer the Xbox One. I think it is the Xbox One to the PS4 in design. For me, I prefer the PS5. I love the design of how it looks. I don't know if the bottom bit of it there, the stand, I don't know if that's part of the console, if you're going to have to pay extra for that. They've yet to reveal some of the finer details like that. But I love the white versus black with the neon blue lighting. I think that's really beautiful. Architecturally, I think this is an amazing looking console. That got me hyped. I love the controller, the look of it. At first I didn't like it, then I liked it, then I didn't like it. At the moment I'm liking it. I need to feel it first, but one of the things that they talked about with the controller that they're saying is going to change gaming, I'm not sure if this is just PR hype and maybe it's not going to be that big. It doesn't look too different, the controller. They said the adaptive pads on the back, the L1, the L2, R1, R2. I have to try it first, but one of the things they've been saying is you have to play with it first to believe it. We'll see, Sony. I'm not sure about that yet, but the controller, I like the design of it. Let's get a bit further into the video. So they show us off a bit of the smoother edges. I like the PlayStation logo in the top corner. That's the standard edition. So they reveal in a bit that there's going to be a digital edition, so you won't be able to get discs with that. They've not really given details yet on some of the things that are missing out at the pricing. They've not told us if the digital edition will be cheaper than the standard edition. But there, I just think it's a beautiful looking console. This reveal, how they did this, was pretty sick. I like the sides of it as well. I love the design of it. It looks like a spaceship type router thing, I guess, to some extent. But for me, that is something that I would happily have in my living room, my office. I think it looks really cool. I think this is still the console, isn't it? Yeah. I think Sony have done a great job here, though. And like I say, a lot of people disagree. Feel free to tell me if you think so. But we can see here now, it's about to say it. On the left, that side, we've got the normal PlayStation 5. On the right, we've got the digital edition. I don't think they've given the specific details on that yet, but I think the details basically are, you can see just here, let me get my arrow thing, yeah. You can see just there, where there's a line there, there's a bit of a difference. So I think what the general consensus is, it might have been confirmed, I missed it, is that the PlayStation 5 normal edition will be able to have discs. I thought there was a chance on the new generation that they'd be going completely digital. I wasn't sure either way which they'd go. Maybe it's too early for that yet, but we're starting to move towards it. The digital edition won't have a disc slot. Will it be cheaper because you can't use discs, or will it be more expensive because it might have more storage? Because without a disc drive, that leaves a lot more space for storage. I will probably personally go with the digital edition. I can't remember the last time I bought a disc. It's not been something that I've used for a long time. My housemate was saying he'll definitely go for the normal edition because he likes trading games in. Still, a lot of details need to be revealed about how that's all going to work, the pricing. But in terms of that, I thought it looked pretty cool. One of the things that I really liked the look of was the peripherals at the show. So I think they're going to come here. So we've got the DualSense wireless controller. It looks fairly similar. We've got here, I guess the start button, or do they call it options now? I think that'll be the share button. This is like the adaptive finger touchpad. I like the look of the Sony logo there. I think that looks really cool. And obviously there's going to be a lot of cool controller designs we'll get. The rest of it is pretty classic PlayStation. But I like the colour scheme for this, but there'll be lots of different colour controllers. Do they tell us any more details here? I like the charging station. I think that's pretty cool. That looks a lot nicer to me than just the USB cable. I'm not even sure it's a USB cable, but the cable we currently get to charge our PlayStation controllers. This shows 2 controllers. I'd be pretty surprised if the PlayStation 5 came with more than 1 controller. These controllers themselves, if they've got all these new features, are probably going to cost £70 to £80. Again, that's not something that's been revealed yet. The pricing is something that we're still waiting on from Microsoft and Sony. My prediction, the absolute lowest would be 400. I think that's not going to be it though. I think it's going to be somewhere around 450 to 550. I'm talking in pounds, the UK currency. It'll be a bit better value in the US because they just tend to be. My prediction for the UK, if I had to put my life on it, would be £500. But no one can be certain. There's been a lot of different market forecasts at the moment. It doesn't really matter to me what the price is. I will be getting them either way. It's part of my job. One of the things that I saw a Sony executive talk about in an interview with the BBC, we saw him in the reveal. I didn't really show anything with him. But one of the things that he talked about was They know how important the console being good value is. One of the things that consoles do often is they don't actually make that much profit. It's the games, the controllers, the peripherals, that's where they make a lot of the money long term. The consoles almost get made at cost and sold at cost, because at that point you just get people invested in the console. And if people own your console, not many people buy the PlayStation on the Xbox. They kind of just commit to one. If you get the customer commit to yours, you win the price battle. That's going to probably mean you win the war for that life cycle of the console. So I don't think it's going to be some ridiculous price, but some of the specs that they're talking about, I don't know, it could be a lot. I like the charging station, that's cool. HD camera, let's go back there. We'll get to there again, we'll pause it on the camera. I like the wireless control, I like the charging station. They didn't show us these for long, did they? The camera, I don't think I'll ever buy a camera for a console unless there's something crazy that they add to the new generation. I feel like Xbox really tried to work with the Kinect, the cameras, and that was a bit of a fail on the last generation. I love the headset. That looks pretty cool. However, I think there's a pretty good chance, to be fair, that there'll be some other cool headsets that come out that are compatible anyway. There always is. I use my Astro A40s on the current PS and Xbox. But I liked the peripherals that they're showing. Again, they didn't show us, do these come with the console? Like, they're showing us them right now. But there's no real consensus. Do these come with the console? Or are they going to be extra costs? My guess would be extra costs. There might be like a collector's edition of the PS5 that comes with these. But again, a lot of questions unanswered. The media remote looked pretty cool. Again, I loved the design. The white versus black, the PS5, the Sony logo in black. I thought the reveal really did a fantastic job. An amazing job of getting the colour schemes right, the way they put the videos together, the games, the mix of games. It was, for me, a really impressive reveal. I didn't expect any less from Sony. The biggest company in gaming, arguably. I think they're bigger than Microsoft right now. The PS4 definitely did better than the Xbox One in the last life cycle. I think it sold like nearly 2.5 times more consoles, which is a major win for Sony. I think, like I said, I still want to see the price ranges on these consoles. I think the Xbox Series X has slightly better specs from what market analysts have been saying. I don't know if they've revealed the exact specs yet, but from what people are saying, it looks like that. Do all these cool peripherals we've got here come with the console? We don't know yet, but I like the look of them. I think the future of gaming is bright. They've still yet, though, to really announce something on these consoles that is completely game-changing. A lot of people are waiting for that. I'm not sure there is going to be that. But for me, I love console gaming already. Simply giving us better graphics. We don't know the UI properly yet. They teased us a bit on this video. But what the UI looks like on the consoles will be a big thing. The SSD is going to be major for loading times. But for me, the fact that they showed a few of the marquee games, showed there's going to be some great launch titles, great variety of games coming very soon to the PS5 as soon as it launches. That was fantastic. And then they left the best till last, the console reveal. I was delighted with that. I thought they've done a great job. I'm very excited for the PlayStation 5. They've left me wanting more. And that is what a great picture does. For me, the PS5 reveal was fantastic. It's got me hyped. I'm sold. I would have been getting it regardless, to be honest. But for, I think, a lot of people, I think the reveal went down really well. And I'm excited for more information. When we get more, if you guys like this type of video, I'll do more videos like this. Appreciate you watching this. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed it. Any feedback on this video is really welcome because I'm not used to doing videos like this. But again, thank you for watching. And let me know what you thought of the reveal. Are there any games you're hyped for? Anything you was disappointed they didn't include in it? Have a great evening. Thank you for watching. Good night.